My thing about American Idol is I think it's an amazing thing. The only bad thing about it, about all these reality singing shows, is that
Was American Idol like it was portrayed on TV? Was the crowds outside crazy and everyone screaming with signs? Like,
I tell you, it's so cool because in the beginning of American Idol, it was that.
Do you think Simon Cowell is an actually good judge of talent?
In television, where we wanted to watch this talent show and have somebody be like the voice of reality and going, no, you're not good.
Sure.
Like, we wanted to hear people say that. I love when somebody do it differently. We don't want to hear a karaoke version. We don't want to hear you imitate. I want to hear their voice in every single song they sing. You learned classical, you can play anything. I don't know how to turn it on. Story of my life.
Figured it out. Michael Orland, how's it going, sir?
Come on.
Welcome to the podcast.
I'm so excited to be here.
I watched you growing up a lot.
Oh my God, we're going to be having a drink at 2 o'clock in the afternoon. I love it.
I know this.
Well,
Cheers,
it's
sir.
2 o'clock in Hawaii.
Is it 2 o'clock somewhere?
Yeah, somewhere.
Is that a thing?
Yeah.
Do you remember how we met?
When you used to live across the street from me?
Michael, you slid in my DMs and he said, "Hi, neighbor, how you doing?"
Right. Right.
We should hang out sometime. I was like, "You have a dog."
Yeah.
And I was like, "Yeah."
Yeah, that's so fun.
Yeah. Jinx, you love Jinx.
I love my dog. She is everything.
What do you love about having a dog?
I don't need any person in my life. I have a dog. Come on, what could be better?
I feel like dogs are just happy to see you all the time. Like, you can't
Yeah.
get any human to do that.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
even the most loving people in your life, they don't act like that all the time.
And it saves on cologne.
Yeah. What do you mean by that? I
But
don't.
you have to wear all that cologne when you're with your girlfriend. I don't.
I just.
When I'm with my dog.
Do you believe in cologne?
No,
I don't like cologne,
I don't either.
so I don't wear cologne.
All right, so good. No wonder you
I watched
smell good.
American Idol all the time, dude.
Did you? So you're a baby. You're
I was like 10 years old.
wow.
I
That's
think.
crazy.
I don't know. The last season that I can remember, in the very beginning, there was this Filipino Asian girl who won.
I remember the Filipino Asian. Wait,
Small.
yeah, she was the runner-up.
Runner-up.
With Philip Phillips.
Philip Phillips.
Yeah, Jessica Sanchez.
So Philip Phillips, I remember that season. I think we watched it 3 or 4 years before that as well. But I was a big Adam Lambert fan.
Yep.
I was a big Chris Allen fan.
Yep. That was season 8.
Casey
Abrams.
Casey Abrams.
Oh, you got to get him here.
Oh, for sure. It's so funny because I realize how small LA is. Like, I grew up watching American Idol, and I've like met Haley Reinhart at a wedding a few weeks ago. Adam Lambert came into my bar one time.
That's so fun.
You're my neighbor, and we have mutual friends who used to work on the show. It was Sabrina Asak.
Sure.
And what's her partner's name? Warner Bros.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. So I was just like, and they were like, "Tell Michael hi," and I was
so
training
fun.
them at the Warner Bros. lot, and the American Idol sign was there, and that's how you came up. I was like, "Oh, I know my neighbor at the time. Like, he was a vocal coach on it," and I was
Yeah.
like, "The world's so small, man. Like, the fact that all this has happened, and I thought it was so distant growing up, like the show and everything, and I was
Right.
like, see all these cool people who I admired.
How long have you lived in LA for?
About 7 years now.
Oh, okay. And where did you
Yeah.
move here from?
Fresno, California.
No way.
Yeah.
What were you you were growing raisins?
Growing raisins? No, I was trying to grow my life.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, it worked.
It worked. Yeah, Fresno has like the biggest crops for like Costco and shit. Like they
Right,
do
right,
berries and almonds and
Right.
raisins. Do you like raisins?
I've been known to eat some.
I don't like raisins.
I like chocolate covered raisins.
I like chocolate covered almonds.
Oh, me too. I'd prefer.
I feel like
those.
I was like, why don't you just have a grape and chocolates on the side? I feel like that's better.
Understood. Yeah, I'm not a huge raisin person, but I
Okay.
will eat them
Yeah.
if it was the last food on earth. Whereas like there's certain fish, like even if it was the only
What type
thing.
of fish?
I don't like. I like seafood. I like shrimp and lobster, but I don't eat a lot of shrimp.
What about
I mean, I don't
fish?
eat a lot of fish. I mean,
You don't
I
like salmon? You don't like sushi?
No, isn't that horrible? Do you hate me? Should I
A
get
little
out?
bit.
Should I
A little
get
bit.
out?
You're hurting my feelings.
I went to an amazing sushi place in Beverly Hills a long time ago.
And you hated it.
No, and my friend introduced because I won't eat seaweed.
Okay.
I
get it. It's a weird texture.
I have a childhood story from it.
Okay, what is it?
Okay, well, I'm going to tell you. But I went to this, and I told her I wouldn't eat sushi. So, I wouldn't eat seaweed. So she said, and I didn't love fish, and I don't want raw anything. So we got a lobster roll wrapped in soy paper.
Okay. And you loved it.
It was the greatest thing I ever had in my whole life.
So you need special care for seafood.
Exactly.
Dang.
So I need a little cooked, and I like anything spicy.
Why don't you like it?
I don't know. I'm a weirdo.
Weirdo.
So the seaweed thing, when we moved to a little town in West Brookfield, Massachusetts, where my mom lives now.
Okay. I still hear the Boston accent a little bit.
Do you?
Yeah.
Oh,
He's been trying to get rid of it. I still hear it, guys.
I'm so sorry. I've been here for over 30 years.
I kind of love it.
When we moved to Massachusetts, when we moved to this little tiny town, we lived on a lake. My mom still lives there, and I remember going swimming one time, and I put my head under, and I came up with a mouthful of seaweed.
Ooh.
So that happened when I was 13 or 14. So carried now till I can't eat seaweed.
So you got trauma from seaweed.
Total PTSD.
And you're like, fuck this shit.
Yeah, I can't. No more.
Hello, friends. I hope you are enjoying the show. I just wanted to chime in and talk to you about our friends at Bucked Up. If you need more protein in your diet, creatine to aid your muscle growth as well as recovery, or pre-workout for your demanding sets during your workouts, Bucked Up has you covered. I use their snickerdoodle protein and creatine monohydrate every single day. And on days I don't feel like working out, their BAMF nootropic pre-workout keeps me swinging kettlebells, running mountains, and moving weight inside and outside the gym. If you'd like to try them out and save some money, use code NateBiltz1 for 20% off any order. And back to the show. So my sister plays a lot of piano. I grew up doing theory, I knew my scales, I knew my circle of fifths,
nice,
and stuff like that. I don't play.
I don't know any of that.
Oh, you don't?
No, I do. I took lessons.
I was about to say, you seem super classically trained.
I was classically trained only through high school, from when I was 4 until I graduated high school. I was classically trained.
Did you like it?
I did. I loved it.
I hated piano. My mom was like, I feel like I would try to play it now because I wasn't forced to do it. Back then, I was just I didn't understand. I was like, why are you only making me play chords and scales and stuff that doesn't sound cool? I want to do a cover or something like that.
Right.
And my piano teacher was like, no, you do these scales.
Yeah, I know. See, my piano teacher was like that too. Although I loved her, I was like, can we do this? Barry Manilow. This I want to do the Billy Joel songbook and the Elton John songbook.
Sure.
I wanted to do all those piano players.
And she said, nah.
Nope.
Why is that?
I think for so many things, classical is the basis for learning everything, and she, especially for piano, and she said, you learn classical, you can play anything. And I think she was right, because I don't really enjoy playing classical anymore, but I did love it all those years, and I practiced so much. It's all I ever did. My parents had to take me away from the piano to do my homework.
So you at one point you were obsessed with it. You just loved it. What age was that?
I literally started playing when I was 4. And
How did you get introduced to it? You just were a little kid and climbed up on piano and were trying to headbang it?
Yes.
Like most of them?
Yes, I didn't know what it was. I'm kidding. No, so there is a movie, an old movie, but you've never heard of because you're too young.
Oh, give me some credit. I might know it.
Called Mary Poppins.
Yeah, of course. I know Mary Poppins.
Who's in it?
Don't know.
Okay, good. It was Julie Andrews and Dick Van Dyke.
Okay, I knew Dick Van Dyke.
Yeah.
Yes.
So we did. I went to go see the movie with my mother, with my father, with my grandmothers, with my aunts.
This is in
my
Massachusetts?
Uncles. In Worcester, where I was born.
Yeah.
And actually, when I found out right where I was from, I moved.
Oh,
so
makes sense.
It wasn't Fresno, but it was close. I'm kidding.
In the best way or the worst way?
In the worst way.
Oh.
I'm kidding. So what happened was, my mom took me to a piano teacher in my hometown, and she said I went to go see the movie, and I literally came home and started playing the piano by ear. And so my mother took me to the piano teacher and said, he's only 4, he's too young. And my mother's like, sit down right now. And I sat and played the piano, and she said, okay, let's start now. We'll start lessons now.
At 4?
Yeah.
I always found it as a superpower when you hear something, right? And I see a pianist play it. I'm like, how the fuck did you do that?
Yeah.
That makes no sense to me. How does someone have that talent or skill, or are they gifted with it, or was it a lot of hard work to develop it?
Right. Yeah, it's interesting. I think I mean, I learned how to play by ear just from, I mean, it was a natural thing. I think it's not something, I don't know how taught it is. I think people just have that ability or not, but you can certainly learn how to read music.
You
and
think
all
that you're
that
just
stuff.
born with it then?
I have a feeling you are. I don't know how to teach someone how to play by ear. I think you can either hear it or you don't. I don't know.
How do you describe it? Like the process of when you hear music and you're able to play it on the keyboard.
Yeah, most of the time, I remember when I first got my job, a temporary job at American Idol, and it was season 1, and it was like a huge hit right away, and they took all the contestants to Las Vegas to film a TV special.
Yeah.
And we were in Las Vegas, and my bosses said, "Hey, we're putting together this new country medley, and we're just waiting for music to come, and then we'll put it together with you. So just stay up here until, they fax us the music." It was like old-fashioned fax machine. So I said, well, what are the songs? And they were gave me a list, and I said, well, I know that one. Let me just hear that one. And I played all these songs. We didn't have to wait for the music. And my bosses were flipped out. They were like, wow.
How many percentage of pianists can do that, you think?
I mean, I know a bunch of people that can do it, but I know a bunch of people that can't.
Yeah.
But I mean, I know a lot of people who are in the business who make livings as pianists that can do that. But I know some amazing pianists that don't play by ear and who are brilliant pianists. But I just knew, I mean, first of all, I played every piano bar in New York City way long ago. You ready? In the early 80s.
Wow.
I'm really old.
You look great.
I look good for my age.
I saw old videos of you with super long hair and curls too. You had some looks, man.
God, I'm telling you.
You had some looks.
Now I've gone gray.
I mean, what do they call it? Gray fox? That's what we call them? Yeah.
Silver fox.
Silver fox? I fucked up.
All right.
You're trying to be.
I'm just not.
You're trying
foxy.
to be one up Jinx.
I'm trying to I just want a reason for people to call me daddy.
Ooh.
It's fine.
Oh boy, here we go, guys.
All right, careful.
Are you a lover of making cocktails or work as a career or part-time bartender? If so, mix like a pro with A Bar Above. A Bar Above has the best mixing tools on the market, from shakers and strainers to mallets and ice picks. A Bar Above has you covered with all your cocktail needs. Use code BILTZ, BILTZ, for 10% off any order. So what did you love about it?
About the piano?
Yeah, as you grew up, because obviously your mom introduced you to it at 4 when they figured you could play by ear.
Yeah, I don't know. I loved it. I didn't have a lot of friends when I was in growing up. I literally did not. My brother and sister would go out and play with all the neighborhood kids, and I always stayed home listening to albums and sitting at the piano. And I think it was my friend. It was my escape, and I didn't have to play with anybody. In the outside world.
Did you feel lonely?
I don't think I did. I don't think I did, but I don't know. I might have felt it then and didn't know what it was.
Yeah.
But that definitely helped me combat that. I certainly didn't experience loneliness because I had my piano.
Do you think isolation helped you get extremely good at piano?
I definitely think so.
Because I've been thinking about this concept a lot. I get the best work done when I shut off the entire world.
Yeah.
I shut off the media, social media, I shut off TVs, music, everything. I have a light and my pen when I want to write, or when I want to do business. It's just me alone shutting off the world.
Right. No, I think that's really great. I love it. But see, I didn't really have any friends until all the girls in high school knew I played the piano, and then they all wanted me to play piano for them. And
that's
I was
a flex. You hear that, guys? Go learn piano.
It was. I was the most popular person in the school.
Really?
But I had no friends before then.
What was your first show that you played?
I mean, I just I don't even remember what show, but when I went to college.
First stage.
The first stage show? Well, I worked at this dinner theater group when I was in college.
So no high school talent shows or anything like that?
Oh, high school talent shows, yeah,
okay.
But not a specific show, but it was, I did all those. In my high school, I played for every girl singer in their talent show.
Dang.
I played for all of them.
Yeah.
And I think I like played for the musical Oliver when I was in junior in high school, and then we did Mame when I was a senior in high school.
Dang. Did you always like music in general, or was it just piano?
No, I did. I loved all music, and I also, when I was younger, I played trumpet. And then I think the teacher was like, "Oh, he's a fat kid. Let him play something bigger." So they gave me a baritone horn. It was like a small tuba. It looks like.
It takes a lot of pressure to blow those things. I was in band, and I was getting lightheaded. Not in band. I guess I was in a Catholic school music class for band.
And you were Jewish. That's crazy.
I don't think I'm Jewish. My parents might have been lying to me.
I think they're lying.
What's the thing that they wear on their head?
A yarmulke?
Yeah, I don't got one of those, so therefore I'm not
I'll
Jewish,
get
right?
you one.
Oh, you have one. You
I have
are
one
Jewish.
in my car.
Oh.
I'm all Jew.
Do you go to the
Synagogue?
synagogue? I was about to say cemetery. It's on accident.
No, I haven't. I haven't. And the other day it was big high holiday, but I did not go to synagogue.
Passover.
Yep. And I say that I am a proud Jew. I'm not a practicing one. Is that bad? Do you go to temple? Do you go to church?
I'm not Jewish.
Do you go to whatever religion you are?
I used to go to church.
Did you?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, listen. When I was growing up.
Can I say proud Christian?
Yes. Why not?
Okay.
Why not?
Yeah.
When I was growing up, we went to Hebrew school 3 days a week after school.
What did you guys do in Hebrew school?
I remember the cookies.
Cookies were good?
After school, we had cookies.
So you didn't pay attention at all?
Not really.
You were just hanging out with your piano?
I was mostly with just my piano. And while you were with your organ, I was with my piano.
Organ? No, not organ. I was with, I think I had a clarinet.
Okay. It's going to be nasty, and I'm not gonna go there.
Was American Idol like it was portrayed on TV? Was it the drama between groups legit? Was the crowds outside crazy and everyone screaming with signs? Like,
I tell you, it's so cool because at the beginning of American Idol, it was that. It was all that. The first 8 or 10 years, it was all that. You have to remember, like 30 million people a night were watching that show.
I would be telling my mom to rush home from school or from whatever activity. I was like, we need to watch this person and this person. They're singing, and we would vote on our phones and on our the flip phones.
Yeah, sure.
You have to press 3 numbers in the pound sign, text pound 604 to vote for Kelly Clarkson.
Idol 01, Idol 01, yeah.
No, if you have Verizon or AT&T at the bottom.
So crazy, but my favorite thing about the beginning of Idol was that there was no social media at the beginning of Idol.
Yeah.
There was no Twitter. There were no. I think they had cell phones. We had cell phones, but it was not. Believe me, it was nothing. And I think the kids got free like AT&T cell phones or something. But there was no Twitter. There was no Instagram. There was no anything. I remember. Like season 2, I remember like Clay Aiken and Ruben Studdard and Kimberly Locke and all the people from season 2 literally all got 5 minutes each behind a desktop computer with a dial-up modem, and they would each take turns like reading what the AOL message board said about them. Like that was all the only feedback.
That's the only thing they could see.
And they really were in like a hidden, like in this bubble. And so when they would come out and do the live shows and there were 700 screaming people, like they couldn't understand it. It was unfathomable to them.
Like they were starstruck. I mean, by their fame, I guess.
Yeah. And they literally were in this bubble. And so then they would go, I would take some of the kids out. We'd go to go see shows and stuff. And we'd get mobbed because those kids, everybody loved them.
Yeah. And you would go because you just play for them?
Yeah, I would play for them. Or you have to know that the relationship between a pianist and a singer is like the most intimate you can get ever.
Why?
It's just like you're breathing with somebody. You are like one with them. It's like so intimate. And so that's why I got so close to like every one of those contestants on American Idol. It was, it was just like a safe place for all of them to be because it was a stressful thing to be on.
Were you part of the auditioning as well?
Yeah. So what about season 3 or 4, I remember saying to my bosses, because it used to be all producers that would go on the road and look for new talent. And I used to say to my bosses, I was like, what if you guys are missing somebody because you're missing a great singer because you're just looking for a good TV? And they said, fine, come with us on the road. And I started going on the road every summer for auditions for like 7 or 8 years. Wow. It was amazing.
Like you're touring on a bus and everything?
Well, we would fly from city to city and then spend a few days in each city.
Nice.
But it was incredible. I loved it.
What did you love about it?
I loved the thought of finding somebody like new and exciting that was, or of, finding somebody that was just singing all the old stuff and just, somebody stands out when they do something that makes you look up from your phone or look up from, anything. Yeah. And so like, if, I remember hearing Kimberly Locke sing for the first time. And I remember hearing there was a girl on season 10, Pia Toscano, and I found her. And I remember like putting her through, and it was just like, it's mind boggling, like to get people like that where you hear their raw talent. And
it's a cappella, right?
It's all a cappella. Yeah. Nobody has any. That was.
They used to have guitar. I mean, they have guitars now.
Now they do, but it was before those days. Yeah.
I feel like that concept is so, I guess, deep root true in talent, because all you have is your voice that you're depending on, nothing else.
That's
like
it.
I'm looking around at musician friends, and they're automatically putting their voice into this computer and editing it.
Right.
And back then, it's just raw.
It's as raw as can be and vulnerable as can be.
Yeah.
And like you could really hear somebody. You could hear somebody. I could hear them if they would go off pitch on a song. There were certain songs like people would sing. Like I always know they're gonna mess up. Like when people would sing Alicia Keys. Some people want to know.
Oh, they're gonna fuck it up, 100%.
Always, because because the verses are so low and the chorus is so high, they'd always start too high, and then they get to the chorus and they'd either it would be way too high for them, or they'd like lower it. And I'm like, "What happened? You just switched keys."
Yeah,
and they'd be like freaking out that I knew that. But or if somebody, like season 1, Kelly Clarkson sang the Etta James song "At Last," and so for the years following that, every girl who wanted to be Kelly Clarkson came in singing "At Last," and I would literally be like going, "Okay, what are you gonna sing today?" They're like, and I was like, something else. We couldn't even hear it.
Wow.
And at some point, like in season 5, 6, 7, I think one of the producers used to say to the people in the audition in the arena, "Do not sing "At Last." We don't want to hear it." I think now, like I know when people audition for The Voice, there is a list of songs going, "Do not do this song by Adele. Do not do this song by
because
Billie
they hear it all
Eilish.
the time.
It's too much. It's too much." The thing is that I love when somebody does
an old song, maybe
even an old song or something, even something we've heard before, but do it differently. We don't want to hear a karaoke version. We don't want to hear you imitate.
So what are some of those characteristics? Because like, for example, you could say a pianist, a guitarist, a vocalist, they could sing the exact same song with the exact same notes, and obviously it's going to sound completely different no matter who it is.
Right.
And what are some of those characteristics?
I just want someone to make it their own. I want to hear I want to hear their voice in every single song they sing. So in other words, I work with a lot of young teens, and they basically, until they really learn who they are and what their own voice is, they imitate everybody they sing. So they can sing a Billie Eilish song, and they literally imitate Billie Eilish. Then they sing an Amy Winehouse song, and they imitate Amy Winehouse. And I'm like, but what is your voice? What's I don't know how you sound. Yeah. And neither do they yet. But that's how I coach a lot of people, like just to help them find their own voice. And that's what you want to do. You want to go do an Amy Winehouse song, but you want to do it like you do it. And you want to do an Adele song, but you want to sing it like you do, or an Ariana Grande song. You don't want to imitate Ariana. You can't. But you want to do it different, or just make me go, wow, that's somebody who's really musical. That's all we could tell at the auditions. That if you could sing on pitch and that you could do something original. So
I feel like you've seen so many people go from like a small town, I guess more so than most people, to like a big stage really quickly.
Yeah.
And there's so many people in LA who are just trying to be singers and artists and X, Y, and Z. And a lot of people will tell them like, the odds not in your favor and this and that. But you've seen so many people do it.
Yeah. So, I have a theory about, I think that I have nothing bad to say about American Idol. I think and I don't work on it anymore. I think it's an amazing show. My favorite thing about American Idol is that they've always had a management company in place because they want the contestants to have an afterlife after the show is over. So they always cared about that. That's why we all know who Kelly Clarkson is, and Carrie Underwood and Fantasia and all these amazing people that have, Catherine McPhee, who didn't even win, who's like a big star. And it's like all these people, and Adam Lambert, who was a runner-up. And it just
He was so good when he sang Queen in his
our first audition.
yeah. It was insane.
It was
Give me the
insane.
chills, man. I remember being on this little tan leather couch just at home in my hometown in Fresno, and I listened to that guy. And then
Where were you? You at a tanning salon getting a
no, it was a tan leather couch, just a
okay.
really tan. But it was pretty surreal to see because he came into my bar about 3 years ago when I was bartending, and I just said like, "Hey man, I used to watch you when I was a little kid on American Idol," and like he was in this like neon orange suit, just like gothed out a little bit, like
Yeah.
but neon goth type of deal. And I was
my
like,
God.
versus he didn't know who he was.
Of course, no, he
he
didn't.
Yeah, when he started the show.
And he also had a lot of theater experience,
Yeah.
which not Simon Cowell used to make that a bad thing against you, but it wasn't.
Yeah.
The judges, we would tell the
I
kids.
was so go ahead.
No, we would tell the kids like, stop listening to the judges. It's like that we could not make them understand that while these kids were like on stage singing in front of millions of people for a minute and a half and feeling so much pressure, so were the judges when they had to go do a comment because everyone was making fun of them too and what they said
100%.
or what they didn't say. Or
Yeah. Do you think Simon Cowell is an actually good judge of talent?
I do. I love that man. I think he's a great guy. Not just because he's the same birthday as me, although he's 2 years older and a lot richer.
So that's the main thing. You only like him because he has the same birthday as you.
Pretty much. You know what? He's such a good guy. I know he has that TV persona to be who he is, but he's got a heart of gold on the bottom.
What makes him a good judge of talent?
Well, it was at a time in television where we wanted to watch this talent show and have somebody be like the voice of reality and going, no, you're not good. Or he would say to somebody, you have a voice teacher? And they'd say, yeah. And they'd say, well, you should sue your voice teacher because they did a horrible job with you. Like, we wanted to hear people say that. I don't think it would go over as big today.
Sure.
And I think he's gotten a little nicer today, like on America's Got Talent.
1,000%. I lived for. My mom was like, I want to see Simon rip these guys a new one. I was like, that's crazy.
Yeah, that's what they would do, and they would watch it for that, and it was so great, and they had such a great chemistry, Randy and Paula and Simon. Paula is still one of my favorite people in the whole world.
Yeah.
One of the greatest. She's about to go on the road with New Kids on the Block, and she's
doing the thing.
She's of a certain age, and she dances like a 25-year-old. And
it's impressive.
I dare any 25-year-old to keep up with her. It's like I've never seen in my whole life.
What do you think are the qualities that make her so able to do that?
She's just got it. She's disciplined. I think it's all about a work ethic. And you can tell how hard she works. I mean, she does these things like you go, what the frick was that? Like where she falls off a thing 20 feet up in the air and falls down, and to be caught by her dancers, it's unbelievable. I've seen her live, and it's like I've never seen anything like it in my life. And listen, there's a lot of great people out there, but she's just the real deal. Yeah. And she's at it for over 35 years. She's had hits. It's like it's crazy.
Have you had any problems sleeping or snoring? If so, hostage tape could be your answer. Mouth taping and only nasal breathing has shown to prevent snoring and offset sleep apnea. It brings more oxygen to the brain, gives more aesthetically pleasing craniofacial features, and improves your overall cardiovascular health. Give it a try at www.hostagetape.com and use code NATE49486 for 10% off. You've been around a lot of these stars, or I guess musical stars.
Yeah.
What are some of the qualities that all of them have? Are they similar? Are they different that you think got them to where they are right now?
So I have like a couple theories about success in show business. First of all,
showbiz in general, or just like musicians?
Well, I think the music business, especially. Okay. I mean, that's all I really know about. But I was going to say this about Idol. I really do think that show is amazing. I think it's more manipulated and manufactured now than it ever was because they're dying for ratings.
Yeah.
If they get 4 million people, I think now they're lucky, and they
versus back
30 million.
I mean, there's so many forms of entertainment now.
Oh, absolutely. And nobody wants to wait a week to watch to see the results for a show. And people want it instantly, and they want to binge watch.
Unless you're watching like The Bachelor or something, they love that shit.
Right. So nobody's watching that in real time anymore. They want to tape it, and they want to go through. We don't want to sit and watch what Katy Perry said about that person. We're just going to watch the singing and then fast forward through all of it. So
Yeah.
I don't know how it works, but it's and so like in the old days the kids could sing anything they wanted. Later in later years when the ratings started falling, they would say only one kid's allowed to sing a ballad this week. Everyone has to sing a song written after the year 2000. They were afraid to do any old songs, which I think was a mistake, because I think that's what everybody loved about that show. It's like I had more families tell me, like more parents say, oh, we watched that with our kids. We learned some new songs this week, and so did our kid learn new songs. But my thing about American Idol is I think it's an amazing thing. The only bad thing about about all these reality singing shows is that it's like a fast pass to show business. It does not give somebody a work ethic. So you can be talented, so great, and you don't sustain it if you don't have that work ethic. And all the boys and girls, all the people that won or did well on that show, or even the ones that didn't win that still have a career today, 20 years later, Jennifer Hudson, is because they have this unbelievable work ethic and they worked hard at it. It's just not a fast pass. A lot of people use it as just a fast pass to get ahead. I feel like an old man now. In my day, I had to go play for tons of shows and play piano bars 6-8 hours a night. That was my waiter job. And
was this hourly, or was it tips?
When I was doing the piano bars in New York, I used to work mostly. I got a little tiny salary, but I mostly worked for tips. And I was like,
what was a good night in tips back then?
Well, in the early '80s, when I was had no money and I was starving, and my friend, not really, but I mean I didn't have any money.
Yeah,
I dropped out of college and moved to New York with $300.
Really?
And and had a friend she had a brother who was going away for a year, and we were staying at his apartment. And but I remember having no money my friend took me out for a cheeseburger and fries before this one night, and she was my roommate. And then I went into a piano bar with a friend of mine, and we got up and sang a song, and the owner came over and he's like, hey, the break pianist didn't show up tonight on Fridays and Saturdays because they had to play from 9 p.m. to 4 a.m. They had a break pianist play for 2 30-minute sets to give the main pianist a break. He came over to me and he's like, our break pianist didn't show up tonight. You want to play? And I literally went in there with no money. I played for 20 minutes and the guy showed up and he's like, just finish. My friend passed the tip bowl around, and I got out of there with $40, and I was like,
wow,
this was a long time ago.
Yeah.
And I was like,
what was that feeling like?
It was the greatest thing ever. I was like, oh my God, I'm going to be rich.
Yeah.
I just made $40 in 30 minutes.
And you started doing this all the time?
I literally within 3 months was working 6 nights a week in piano bars in New York City.
Why New York? Why did you decide to go to New York?
I moved out of I went to school to be an accountant because my family talked me into it.
So are you good with numbers?
I'm very good with numbers.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I feel like that relates. A lot of people who are...
Math and music? Yeah,
math and music.
Very, very.
So you don't think that's fictional? You think that's true?
Oh, 100% true.
I always hear that. I just don't know the science.
100% true. No, but also literally up until the days of Quicken when you could do stuff on your computer, I used to go to my friend's house for dinner and I'd balance their checkbooks for them. Wow. I love doing all that stuff.
You do your own taxes?
No, but my accountant loves me. I'm so anal. I bring him a full report, and just here's all my numbers.
It's so crazy. Some people don't know anything about taxes. They throw just receipts and X, Y, Z, and then you can be organized. And hey, this is the folder for this, and this folder for that. And those accountants are like, thank you.
Yeah, no, I literally come with a spreadsheet, all done.
Yeah.
Here's my totals for every single expense. Take it.
My buddy, he does my books for my business right now. He balances.
Does he cook them? Does he cook the books?
He cooks them extremely well.
Good.
It's just a perfect medium rare.
I love it. It's like my psychic. She's a medium rare.
And he loves cooking the books. He loves balancing the numbers, and he gets so turned on by it. I'm like, yeah, bro, keep doing it.
Yeah, totally.
And I was like, how can you love this?
Some people, it's a turn on. I mean, I love. People make fun of me. I keep every single receipt, every penny I spend goes into my Quicken.
Really?
At the end of the day or at the end of the couple days if I'm traveling. I'm really good about it. I don't know why.
Do you like doing it?
I love doing it.
Why do you like doing it?
I don't know. I love being organized. I'm a little anal. I'm a little OCD.
I feel like people who are really good at their craft, I mean, you could also say the messy artist, but like a lot of people who are good at what they do, like at least for me, when I want to get real work done, I always make sure everything around me is clean first.
Right.
And I just can't work with a messy area. I just don't know.
Yeah,
and
no,
a lot of people relate to that.
Yeah, I get that for sure.
Yeah.
It's so funny. I mean, like a lot of people would say I have OCD, but my friend Mary Lou Henner, who's a famous actress, calls it OCO.
OCO.
Obsessive compulsive order.
Ooh.
Because it's not a disorder for us. Like it doesn't prevent me from living and moving and working, and it's not like with some people have OCD where like if you move the remote control or you
They freak out.
Yeah, they freak out.
And they have an anxiety attack
Yeah,
or something
I don't have
like
that. Well, I'm also on meds for it, but that's fine.
You're funny, man. I used to see. I looked back before we did the podcast, and I was looking at you trying to be a mean vocal coach on American Idol, and I was like, "This dude's faking this shit. No way, he's this mean."
And you know what it is? I mean, like they do keep us up 3 days, like with no sleep.
Oh, wow.
For all of us, including the kids. They just are looking for good TV. Trust me, and
Sure.
whatever.
You gave it to them?
I'll give it to them. But the kids would always say to me after they made it through Hollywood Week, they're like, "We were so afraid of you at Hollywood Week. We thought you were so mean." I was like, "I'm not mean. I'm your best friend." But it does, it gets to be a lot. So we're like, "Come on, whatever."
What's the gap between playing in piano bars in New York City to coming to LA and doing American Idol?
So, it was a bunch of years, but again, one of my things I always tell people, and I think this is, you tell me if you think this is in every business. I know it is in show business. This business is so much of who you know and being at the right place at the right time.
Yeah.
Because we all have amazingly talented friends who never got a break like American Idol.
Sure.
Or like when American Idol came along, you could only be up to 28 years old and they were 35 then.
Yeah.
And it's like, it's so many of the opportunities I got were because I knew somebody or somebody remembered me from another job or they knew me from, it was just all who I knew. And I was in the right place at the right time. And they said, "Hey, you want to come play this?" Yeah. And like, that's how everything of mine happened. Now, I think you have to be talented and have the skills to get in the door once that opportunity happens, but it doesn't being talented doesn't open a door for you.
I truly believe that. At least I only could speak for myself. Every job that I've gotten in probably the last 5-6 years has just been referral based.
Yeah.
If that's a bartending job at a nice restaurant, if that's a client for personal training, if that's a job at a gym, at least these are my fields.
Yeah.
It's just been referral.
And it's because someone likes you. And yes,
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah.
I think that you have to be a team player, and I think you have to get along with others, and I think others have to hanging out with you, especially being a bartender or a trainer. Hello, people have to love you.
Yeah.
And
They have to talk to you for an hour. Michael's talking to me for more than that, so I feel special.
I'll talk to you as long as you want.
No, that's not lie. Michael's busy today. He can't hang out.
Let's order in. I'll have my dog sitter bring my dog over here, and then I can stay longer.
Oh, deal?
No, I'm kidding.
Wow.
I didn't know you had a
teased me.
piano. I
He
could have
teased me.
brought my student here.
Press. No, you could press the power button.
Oh,
There you go.
I don't know how to turn it on. Story of my
You
life.
figured it out.
Come on, should we play something?
Yeah, can you turn it louder?
I don't know. Can I?
Ooh, that's nice.
Can I just put it over here? Oh,
Yeah.
Not really.
Oh,
Oh, is it on battery?
it's on battery.
What the frick? All right, no, don't move it. Okay, look at this.
Is that cool?
Yeah.
I don't think anyone's played an instrument on the podcast yet.
Oh, so I'm so excited to be the first.
You're the first. What are they called? Popping the cherry of music on the
totally
Yeah.
busting your cherry.
When you were doing the shows during COVID,
Yeah.
I guess online.
Yeah, I was doing a lot of Instagram Live.
Yeah, and your hands were hidden a lot.
Right, so you couldn't see my
And
hands.
I was like, I think he's one with the piano right now because we'd make a funny joke and you'd play some shit that'd make it
I'd be
even
like-
more funny. Yeah. And then I'll be like, this guy has a sound for every emotion. And I was like, that's not fair. Like, I only have my
God, like-
voice.
No, I know it's so funny, but listen,
I think it's a superpower.
I love being able to do that. I
Yeah.
love like sitting at the piano and just like going, and then I also like do
Because I feel like it gets to elevate your emotions a little bit more.
I think it's definitely something I love to hide behind.
Yeah.
And listen,
Hide behind. You think you're hiding behind it?
100%. I mean, I know I have like some really awkward social skills.
Why do you say that?
We call it ASS.
I feel like you've been around so many people in socially large and important situations, and you made it this far.
But a lot of it though is centered around music, and I'm so comfortable when I'm near a piano.
Yeah.
Or like I can go to a social party. If you said to me, "Come with me," I have a bunch of my clients going to a party tonight. I want you to come with me to the Christmas party. I'd be so socially awkward. Seriously. Now, if you said they're gonna hire you to play piano tonight at the party, I'd be like, I'm in, let's go. And I would talk to everybody from the piano.
Wow.
It's really,
Do you like being the center of attention on
No, I don't need to
stage?
be. I don't need to be. No, I actually don't. I don't love
Or like
doing
being behind the singer?
100%. I'd rather play for a singer
Why is
any
that?
day. I don't know. I feel like my strong skill is accompanying somebody and playing for I just love to breathe with somebody. I love to feel what they feel. I like to, I don't know, it makes me happy.
Do you like being on stage? Do you like performing?
I love performing. I like do not love doing solo piano stuff. I mean, I'll do it at a party or whatever, and I host an open mic night all over the place. I do one every month in Palm Springs.
Why do you do that?
When are you coming?
I'll go. Let me know. I haven't gotten a date. I haven't gotten an invite. I'm not that cool.
First of all, let's get you a girlfriend again.
That sounds good.
Because I don't want you to be homeless. I'm kidding.
All right, continue.
I want and I will comp you guys. I will give you and your girlfriend tickets.
Sounds good.
You just have to get a hotel room, unless you want to stay in my room. But
sounds good. I'm good with that too.
Okay. Do we need 2 beds or 1 bed?
Up to you.
I don't know. I hate orgies.
Are you a cuddler?
I like to cuddle.
Oh, I don't know. I get
you
hot.
Don't love to.
I get hot.
That's what I heard.
I get hot, and yeah, my ex-girlfriend, I'd always like pull her off me and put her on the other side of the bed and build a wall of pillows.
Oh yeah, I get it.
I was just like,
I'll let you do that. I'll let you do that, and the girl can be in the middle. I don't care. Whatever.
Perfect.
Whatever you're into.
Sounds good.
But here's the thing. I do this open mic night once a month in Palm Springs, the first Thursday of every month at a club called Oscars. It's really fun.
Okay.
I love doing it. I don't know why. I just started doing the guy Dan that owns Oscars in Palm Springs called me like 3 years ago, and he's like, "Hey, I want to hire you to do a couple of friends introduce him to me." And he said, "We want to hire you to come and do like your show once a month." And I was like, "I don't have a show." They're like, "Just come in and sing songs and tell stories and whatever." I'm like, "No." I said, "I'll come do an open mic night and like people can get up and sing." And they said, "Well, let's try it." We tried it. It was like caught on like wildfire.
Wow.
And it's like packed and it's outside. It's like, 100 people.
What do you like about open mics?
I love the fact that a lot of people that I meet there are, first of all, a lot of people in Palm Springs are like retired from LA or from New York.
Sure.
So there are a lot
like,
of show
fuck the
business.
city.
Yeah. They're like all moved out into Palm Springs to have
desert.
like a real life.
Yeah.
And so there's a lot of talented people there. And I love the thought of somebody getting up and saying, "Hey, let's sing, Fly Me to the Moon." I'm like,
I got you.
"Did you have music?" And they were like, "No." I go, "Okay, come on, let's do it. Start singing. I'll tell you whatever key you're in."
Wow.
I'm like, "Let's go."
Hey. Do you ever want to be a singer? Did you ever want to be a singer?
No, I mean, I've sung with people. I've sung like harmonies and stuff, and I'm a vocal coach. I can help somebody sing, but I don't love to sing.
Why don't you? I feel like someone with your musical talent paired with like the effort of getting good at singing is already extremely more impressive than just the piano alone.
I don't enjoy it as much as I probably should. If I liked it better, or if I liked the sound of my voice a little better, I probably would be into it more. I love singing background harmonies with somebody. I love singing.
Yeah.
I just don't want to sing a solo. Don't make me sing a solo. And I work with this amazing actress, Kristen Chenoweth, once in a while, and she makes me sing, and it just is annoying.
Like, I hate this.
I hate it so much, but I do it for her.
Yeah.
And we're playing mostly big, huge theaters, so I can't see anybody in the audience, so it's fine.
Did you think piano was going to take you all over the world?
I didn't. And listen, I'm so happy I do it. I love it. I work crazy hours. Still.
Yeah.
And I love every second of it.
Yeah.
Do
you need to?
Not I mean, yeah. I mean, I need to because I'm a millionaire, but
Sure.
I love it. I do it because I love it, not because I have to. I do it because I love it, and I just have a lot of clients, and I have people that it's hard for me to say no to.
Yeah.
And so I book myself crazy.
That's what I'm saying. I feel like you're always busy with vocal lessons, and do you do music lessons as well, like piano lessons?
No, just vocal coaching.
And then all these gigs, and it's inspiring because I know so many people who would just tone that schedule down because they're already established in the industry.
Right. No, I love doing every single thing of it, and I don't mind the traveling. I don't mind like driving to Palm Springs once or twice a month.
Yeah.
I actually want to get a place there. Is that bad?
No, you're there enough.
I'm there so much.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll just rent my house out like they did on your street.
Do you like LA still?
I do love LA.
What did you like about it when you first moved here?
I hated being so far away from my family because my family's all on the East Coast in New York,
It's also cold over there sometimes.
I didn't miss the winters. I loved, after living in New York for 5 years when I left college, I loved having space. I loved, rent was really expensive in New York. I got my first studio here when I moved here in '87. Like I had this huge studio for $450 a month. Wow. And I was like, wow, oh my God, this is crazy. And I
wish the rent was still like that.
I know, the rents are crazy, right?
Crazy.
I know.
My mom was like, your rent is twice as much as our mortgage for our more than half-acre lot. And I was like...
I know, it's crazy.
Yeah.
But you know what? I mean, we want to be here, so that's what you pay for. I love it here. I love having a car. I love having a yard. I love having a dog. I love my circle of friends. I have a lot of my friends who all transplanted here from New York, so like still I hang with them. We've been friends for over 30 years. And
what are the characteristics of a good friend for you?
Somebody who gives me money. I'm kidding. I made that up. I want to see what you'd say. I just ruined your table.
You ruined my piano. I'm so mad at you right now.
Oh my God.
Ooh, not the eyebrow.
Yeah, I just wanted to show you I haven't had Botox yet, so I can still do that.
Oh, that's impressive. That's cool.
I haven't given into the Hollywood thing yet.
You haven't?
No.
Why not?
I should.
What's the Hollywood thing? Like lip filler?
Botox, lip filler.
Yeah.
Monjaro.
I feel like the hair's good, man. You got the silver fox style.
I think
it looks better than the curly hair down your biceps.
You didn't like the dyed hair?
The dyed hair?
Yeah.
You had colored hair?
Well.
What color?
It was brown. Until when I was doing Idol. I mean, until the pandemic, I always dyed my hair.
You had the ear piercing. I was like, come on, let's go. You still have it? Oh, he still has it.
I'm sorry, I'm covering my diamond. It's the only real thing on me.
Wow.
Anyway, but yeah, no, I do love it here. Do you love it in LA?
Love it. Yeah.
I just love it.
I love the weather. I love my circle of friends. I believe that there's a really special group of people out here who are hardworking because they have to, they're doing it not because they have to. They are doing it because they have to, in the sense that they have this art, this project, and they not only have to make money for their living, but to produce their art, to pay for the acting classes, to pay for the vocal coaching lessons, to pay to participate in their art. There's there's a barrier to entry, because if you're just here working and enjoying, it's not enough. You have to work. You got to do the work. And work and work and work. And then after so much, you can enjoy. Yeah. Like I remember in college, and I decided to stay in LA after, and I didn't want to have an office job. And the only jobs that I could think of were personal training and bartending. And I remember waking up, I still wake up early, but training back then was only $25 an hour. I charge over $100 an hour for session now. And I would be doing 40 sessions a week and bartending at night, 60, 70 hours, knowing that I got to pay LA rent. I got to do the thing. I want to stay here. Yeah. And I've seen so many friends move back home and do the thing, but it's a thrill too. It's like, oh wow, I did that. Like
it is.
I'm able to provide for myself as well as the art that I decide to participate in.
Yeah.
And there's more opportunities out here. You could go to any show. There's a show every weekend.
Absolutely.
You could any hobby too. You could paint. You could do ceramics. You could do whatever. You know, some more.
I know. I need a. I forgot. Didn't put it on that.
That's fine. It'll be Michael Orland's
ring,
and then I'll have you sign the table, and then you'd be the first person in the.
I'll buy you a new table after I get one more gig.
One more gig.
One more out of town gig. And I'll buy
do you get excited for? Do you get starstruck anymore?
Totally. You kidding?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I got to play. I don't want to drop names, so I won't do that. But I mean, I worked on a movie with some huge actresses, and I was so starstruck, looking at them every day. I played rehearsal. I was the rehearsal pianist for them.
You're like, is this real?
I played piano at celebs' houses, and I go,
what's going on?
The frick is happening?
You did the Hollywood Bowl, correct?
I played at the Hollywood Bowl.
How was that?
Times. Pretty amazing.
Yeah, we lived so close, and you were in that big stadium. You were on the stage.
I did 3 nights there. For 17,000 people a night.
How cool was that?
For 3 nights. You know what that is? What's 17,000 times 3?
21,
51.
30, 51.
Yeah, good.
I was doing the math.
Yeah, it took a little bit long.
I brought it from the
I saw
bottom.
You did the 21,
carried,
and then the 300. Yeah.
And then I was going to add the 2, and then you ruined it.
I'm sorry. I'll do another one later.
We're going to play...
Name that math problem.
Name that math problem. A couple weeks ago, I went to Vegas, and they were playing...
Where'd you stay?
My buddy's house, and at the Cosmo a couple days.
Okay, yeah.
And we were playing a game. We would just make like old school math problems, like division, like 350,000 divided by 5, and we'd be like the first person to get it. I was like, "What are we doing, guys?"
We're so old.
We're so old.
And you're 20. You're a baby.
I think I have the soul of your age. I feel very mature in that manner.
Okay.
I'm keeping up with your dad jokes.
Thank God somebody has to.
Yeah, what the heck?
Do
a lot of people do a lot of people get too awkward for it?
What do you mean for my dad jokes?
They don't know what to say.
Totally, and some of them.
Do you love it? I feel like you love it when you get no reaction out of someone.
I don't mind that at all. I have also a lot of friends that go, "I've heard that one before."
Doug's one of them.
Oh, Doug is definitely one of them. He's heard everyone.
He was like, "Oh, Michael."
He's like, "That's enough.
That's enough. Stop it."
Yeah, and I was taking a jog, and he was like cruising me, and I was like, "What the hell's going on?" And then I realized I knew him.
What do you call it? In terms of what we were talking about of piano changing your life in terms of bringing you around the world, do you think anybody could do that?
I mean, I think it's definitely a talent you can just learn for sure. I mean, I just think that like I said, so much of the jobs I get has been lucky and because I've been in the right place or because somebody referred me. Like you get all yours.
Yeah. Like what? How do you get those connections?
Like I just played. I'll tell you. I just went to Dubai to
recently.
Yeah.
How was that?
It was amazing. I had the best time ever.
Wow.
And I was flown there by my student's father, who they live part-time in India and part-time in Northern California. And I literally met them because I played piano at a doctor's house for her birthday. And she literally called me up the day after I played. She goes, "Wow, you were so great. I can't wait to have another party and have you." She goes, "In the meantime, I have a doctor friend and he has a really talented daughter. I think she's talented, but I don't know." She said, "I'd like to pay you to like do a session with her and see what you think." So I did a session with this girl, and I thought she was incredibly talented.
Young girl.
Yep.
Okay.
She was 16, maybe 15, 16. Now she's 17. And so we started working. We work on Zoom together now. There's a 12-and-a-half-hour time difference from here in India. So at 8 in the morning.
Do you coach a lot on Zoom now as well?
Yeah, a lot.
Me too.
Mean, since the pandemic.
For personal training.
Do you do training on Zoom?
100%. Half of my clients. Half of them.
Do you do it from here?
Do it from here?
Or from your
both. So if I'm already training at the gym, and I'll just train and do it there. But if I haven't gone to the gym yet, I'll just train them here. I got all my kettlebell set up. I got a pull-up bar right here. I go through form. I know how to. I feel like. Correct me if I'm wrong or if you feel this way in music. I can articulate what I'm trying to say to them so much better because of the pandemic. We were on the phone and we didn't have a lot of physical connection. For training, I had to articulate how to put someone in this position without being able to guide them through with physical touch. And I don't know if that's in person with music for you, like how to describe vocals, because in person you could still point to the notes and like play it here and there. But did you develop a better skill of articulation over the phone because of that?
I think I could probably say I did, but with the music thing, because of the lag in Zoom or FaceTime, I can't play the piano live and have somebody sing along live. There's always
sounds awful.
It's a tiny gap no matter what
tiny
I do.
Bit, yeah.
So most of the time this is how we do it. I have to make my client mute while I make them a piano track while they're listening. First we'll work on it together, and then I make them mute. I record a piano track on my keyboard in my Pro Tools session. I send them an MP3, and then I have to listen to them on their end, playing the track and singing to it, and then I can help them.
Wow.
That's the only drag, because when they're in the room with me, we can do stuff together.
Quickly.
Yeah.
So in person, you're getting shit done quicker.
Way quicker.
Just because like you could play it, boom, we're going back and forth, you're breathing the same air.
And you could be singing while I'm doing it, and it would save that time. Yeah. So it's definitely harder, but I love that. Listen,
you could do it from home, and you could train someone in India.
Yeah, exactly. And so what I love about it is that I really did meet, because of being active on my social media and being on Idol for 16 years. I've met a lot of people, and I get so many of my students that don't live in California.
Wow.
And so like I'm so blessed, because I
was about to say you're pretty tech savvy, because like when you were doing the COVID, what did you do? Tips for Tuesdays as well, right?
Yeah, I did.
And musical tips, and I was like, this guy's really tech savvy, man. Like I don't even know how to do the lives and stuff.
I had somebody helping me.
Oh, did you really?
Yeah.
I was very impressed. I was like, this man knows his technology.
I had this amazing guy, Caesar Fonseca, help me when I first started out. I met him through my dear friend Catherine McPhee, who was doing a show, and he was her Instagram guy, like doing all her social media. And
she's awesome.
She's amazing.
She was on Glee too, right? A couple episodes.
Maybe on a couple episodes.
Yeah,
but she was on a musical TV show called Smash.
Yeah, I remember that.
And she started on Broadway in the musical Waitress. And anyway, she's such a great, huge talent, and I just love her. And so I met her social media guy when we played in New York City at this gorgeous hotel. We played at the Carlisle Hotel for a week years ago.
Wow.
And he was like, "Oh, I'll help you too with yours." And he turned my whole thing around. And now I have another guy, Martin Haley, who's fantastic. But like Martin will come over my house like once a month, and we film a bunch of content, and then he'll edit everything.
So you're in the social media world.
I'm in the
Do you like it? Do you think it's necessary to do well in your space nowadays, in today's day and age?
I think it is, and I think it's so horrible. I think it's like literally a time zapper. I stop watching TV at night because I'm like watching people's TikToks, and I'm obsessed.
You're a TikToker?
Oh, I'm obsessed.
Oh, wow. I'm scared. I'm already on Instagram a lot, so I decided not to use TikTok.
Do you even go on it just to watch it?
No.
Oh, you don't even go on
it? I go on it to post, and then I don't go on it to watch it, because I've had friends who've told me, bartending friends especially, that that's their only form of media. Like they'll be on TikTok all day. And I was like, that's scary to me. Like stealing that much attention from me. That's you.
It's pretty much me.
People are entertaining nowadays. I
know.
And the algorithms are just like, everything I like. I like cats. I like dogs. I like piano.
And wait a minute.
And then it's all cats, dogs, piano. Cats, dogs, piano. How do you know that?
Do you know that I will talk about something with a friend, and then I go on TikTok or social media,
it's the ads.
and all the ads come up?
All the ads come up.
It freaks me out.
Freaks me out too. Yeah.
But what you talk about, I would freak me out too if that came up.
Do you think they're listening to everything, or do you think it's coincidence?
I think they're listening to everything.
For sure. Sometimes I'm like, "Hey Siri, what's this?" And then my computer, it's like, "What would you like, sir?" And I'm like,
Yeah, it's scary. It's a little scary. Like people.
Did you think you were going to see this technology in your lifetime?
No, I never even thought about it. And I came on board so late at life. I have my studio is very high tech, and I have an
looks so pretty.
I have an amazing guy that set everything up. My buddy Connor, and he literally, if something goes wrong in my studio and I can't get a hold of him, I literally panic, and I'm like, I'm just going to call a realtor and sell my house because it's just going to be easier than fixing
So
this.
dramatic.
I'm pretty dramatic. But it's like I can't do any of that stuff, and I don't want to learn how to do any of that stuff.
Yeah.
I'm just not.
You could pay someone to do it.
I'd rather pay someone to do it.
I just press buttons. So for example, I got a really nice.
But you're good at all this, and look at all this.
It's not bad, right? But then
God,
I
I'm so impressed.
I don't know what it means. Like I press buttons until it works. And for example, the lighting used to be so bad, and right now it used to be super staticky. But I've been doing it for 4 years, and my theory on any talent is like if you do something long enough, you're eventually going to get okay at it because you continue to do it.
Yeah.
And so like I think the biggest thing, back to your thing about work ethic, it's just consistency for a long period of time, and then you'll eventually get good.
Right. I think though, if it's, I don't get to be consistent. Like I remember like when I was learning how to like do music.
What do you mean you play piano all the time?
I know piano, that's different. But like technical things, like somebody once taught me how to like write out charts on a computer, like on this program called Sibelius. So, and then I went away for 3 weeks and I came home and I turned it on. I was like, what is this? I don't know I don't remember what to do. So it's like for me, without doing something regularly, like playing piano or coaching people, or I listen to new music all the time. I want to know every new song that's on the radio and all that stuff. That's just part of.
So you stay in the know with the music culture.
I try to. Because,
what are your sources?
I mean, I just
like
listen
Apple,
to
Spotify,
TikTok. I'm kidding.
TikTok, every TikTok trend. Michael Orland's like, I got that. I'm playing it on the piano today.
Listen, I love Beyonce. I love all her new music.
Do you like it? Do you like the country?
I love it.
Yeah.
She can do no wrong for me.
Wow.
You hate it?
No, I really liked it.
I love her.
Yeah.
I love her. And I love all the new Ariana Grande stuff. I'm such a huge fan. I got to work with her years ago.
That's amazing.
Did a Christmas show with her.
Wow.
And right before she hit it like huge. I mean, she was already a little star, but right before she went huge, really big. I remember one day I was playing her one of her like original songs like in the orchestra pit, and she filmed me, and she like that's our musical director.
I remember.
Michael
I saw
Orland,
it. Yeah.
playing my Christmas song or something, and I like that day all of a sudden like literally my phone was levitating. All these new followers, I got like thousands of new followers on Twitter that day. And I was like, what is happening? And then I started getting obsessed.
So what do you like about Twitter? I don't understand Twitter. The only people who I know who are on Twitter all the time are people who gamble on sports betting a lot.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah.
I'm not that big on the Twitter anymore.
Yeah. Like you just speak what's in your mind. You're like, oh, I saw your 420 post about your friend.
Yeah. So I have one of my best friends in the world.
Yeah.
Dr. Stacy Gruber is one of the foremost experts on. Too bad she doesn't live here because she'd be a great guest for you to have. She literally is a leading expert on the effects of the medical marijuana on the brain.
Yeah.
She used to study recreational, but now she's solely medical.
Does she tell everyone to smoke weed every day and you'll be healthy?
She's not a weed user, which is so funny. She's a doctor, but she studies it, and she knows a lot of the pluses of medical marijuana for so many things.
Yeah. Do you know any of the positives?
I think there are a lot of. I think that the only negative I know that I've heard her say, because I've gone all over the country to hear her do her talks, is for somebody whose brain is not fully developed, that those people that
like a
are
younger
smoking
age
and all that, it's no good. But there's so many great things that medical marijuana does for people, and sleep and mood and pain and all that.
Do you use any?
Once in a while, I'll have a gummy, but I don't enjoy smoking.
Yeah.
But nor do I like the smell of it. But I used to smoke cigarettes, and so I'm afraid.
I see you as a cigarette guy with the piano. That's so romantic. That's so 1920s.
It's so. Do you think it's romantic?
I think
funny.
so. Oh, is it dead?
It went off.
It died. You could put it. Oh, is it gonna still be?
Oh, did the battery die?
Died? Oh, it's still there. Did you know that one of the craziest statistics is, do you know what centenarians are? People who live over 100?
Yeah.
A lot of centenarians all smoke cigarettes.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
And they also drink. Cheers.
I rarely ever drink. It's so funny because I'm
happy I got you a little tipsy. No. I could tell everyone I got Michael Orland drunk.
But let me just tell you one thing. How could I not be on your thing and have a drink? That's all you're famous for. It.
Oh,
you're famous for mixing the drinks.
I actually just sold the bitters company.
Good for you. I'm so happy. I hope you made a little money.
Not much. No, zero. I just had a partner who, I don't know, was focused. You could tell me, what do you think about this subject? I was doing a lot. I was bartending. I was training at 2 different gyms. I was working at 2 different restaurants. I had the personal training business as well as the bitters company. I had like no life.
And a girlfriend.
And a girlfriend at the time. And quit bartending because training is going up. The podcast is doing well. I'm having really cool guests like yourself on. I just knew I couldn't get good at everything, and I had to cut things off. Did you ever have like a point of that in your life where you had to work a serving job to do your art, or was it automatically just like you got gigs all of a sudden, or did you have a point in your life where you had to choose that one thing?
You know, when I first moved to New York, when I dropped out of college, because I typed so fast,
The counting
the
guy
music and the math and the typing. I signed up like a temp agency.
I mean, that makes sense. Fast fingers piano.
Yeah. And so I like typed 90 something words a minute, and I got a job like for 3 months at like different temp places. And I remember, and then I literally, and I say this, that like my years in the piano bars where I worked sometimes on weekends, 9 p.m. to 4 a.m., that was my waiter job. Like I think that was that was my training for. And like that was my, I worked all night because I wanted to put the work in. I didn't know any other way to do it. There was no fast pass.
Did you have any like crazy story in a New York bar that you were just performing at? Like any violent acts, any people that you experienced that was like, fuck, like that's crazy?
Not really. Like, I mean, we would meet some, like, a lot of the Broadway people would come into our piano bars. Like, it was all show tunes and like sing-along. It was all, like, really the most fun ever. I'm so thankful for it. It was such great training. And, like, when I got to American Idol and my bosses would come in the room and say, hey, we're doing this, do you know the song so-and-so? And I'd start playing it. Or, you know, Elton John, your song? I'd just start playing it right away. And so, like, they would, like, do these, my bosses would do these singing parties when kids couldn't find a song to sing. They're like, how about this song? And we'd break into song. Yeah. And I mean, like, that's so fun. But that was, like, working in piano bars, I say was, like, my waiter job.
There's something special, in my opinion, about a random group of people bonding over a sing-along.
Totally. It's the best.
And it's funny because a lot of people are shy. And then if it's a song that's resonated with them and they know it, and then
they come out of their shell.
They come out of their shell, and everyone's just having a good time.
Yeah, they're like a pistachio nut out of their shell. Come on.
And I guess for you, what's that feeling to see your kids, I guess the kids that you coach, come out of their shells?
See, that's everything to me. So I used to tell people, like, we never had time to give these kids a voice lesson. We didn't.
American Idol.
We never gave anybody a voice lesson. We
some of them were bad, right? They're just entertaining.
Some of them were, but I mean, like, I never put people through auditions because they were bad. But there were producers that did that because they wanted good TV. Yeah. But I couldn't put somebody through because they looked funny or they sang badly on purpose. I would catch people all the time.
Badly on purpose?
Yeah, and they would sing some song and they'd be really bad because they wanted to go on TV for being really bad. And then I'd say, well, sing something else, and then they'd be fine. I go, you should have practiced 2 bad songs. Bye-bye. And
you're sassy.
I wouldn't put them through. And but I think that I forgot what I was saying. I was making a really good point too.
You were making a point about the kids coming out of their shells.
Oh, so the thing I always say to people, and this I say to my students too, like, I can teach somebody to have some confidence. I can give somebody confidence.
How?
I can just by working with them and making them feel better about themselves, and they come out of their shells. It's like, I am the most socially awkward person in the world, except when I'm behind my piano. And I'm comfortable with you because I know you and whatever, but we're talking about work and everything. I am not, we're not like sitting at standing talking at a party. I don't know, maybe I would be okay with that. I don't know, but I've literally been at parties with friends of mine where I'm like, you're going to the bathroom right now? I'm going in there with you because I don't make me stand out here alone. Like, literally.
Yeah.
But like, So like I understand all those qualities in somebody. I understand when someone's so painfully shy, but they sing. You have to be passionate about the music thing. You have to be, or you can't make it. So like when I see kids who are just like painfully shy, but they are incredibly talented, they just need some confidence and they will blossom big time. It's like we watched idol kids do that. Like we watched them just like get confident, like come out on stage. We didn't make them any better singers.
Do you just give them affirmations?
No, I mean, partly, but it's just to make them feel better about themselves, and it's just the way we treat them and the way we are with them, and like I think a lot of the coaching teams on American Idol were like that, but I know I was. I just wanted to make people feel good. Yeah. It was a very especially like I said, when 30 million people a night were watching it was really stressful, and the kids had very little time to themselves. They were going shopping, they were going in the recording studio and singing, they were rehearsing with us and learning a brand new song that they never heard, and 6 days later performing it in front of 30 million people. That's crazy. It's a lot. And so we would just say to people, like, this is the safe room. When you come in to get coached by us, you're going to be safe. Nobody's judging you. You can hit a bad note, you can sing a bad song, you can have a breakdown and cry, I was like the jokester and the comic for everybody, the comic relief for a lot of the stress.
What qualities technically do you think you have that makes you a really good vocal coach?
I mean, I think being able to play by ear a little bit, by being able to transpose on site, like if somebody's singing a song, and there's a big misconception when people are singers, that like if you're singing a Bruno Mars song, that you have to sing it, and you're a guy singing a Bruno Mars song, that you have to sing it in his key. Wrong. Let's put it in your key that makes you sound strong and comfortable. And you don't have to imitate anybody. It's just like helping people find their own voice.
Well, like I feel like a lot of people don't have the technical skills to be able to play their piano in their key. Because it's hard. I remember learning it that they, behind the bar, they have the flats and everything. And now all the flats are on the notes, but you don't know, but you do know because it's in that key.
Right. See,
Does that make sense?
No, totally. But I don't even think about that. But see, like I can
just ingrained in you.
And also now with keyboards, you can just press a button, -1, -2.
Yeah. Really?
It comes down and, But,
wow.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
You can do that.
The technology these days.
I'm telling you.
Is there anything in your career that you still have not accomplished that, but you want to?
I do a lot of songwriting, and I would love to get some more of my music out there, and I just haven't. And it's not something I would exploit. And listen, I worked with some of the biggest recording people in the world, from all the idol kids, and I've never ever said to them, "Hey, will you sing one of my songs?" Like,
what's your writing process?
I only write music. I don't really write lyrics.
Okay.
And like my friend Stacy Gruber, the pot doctor, she and I write a lot together. And like she'll just write like a melody and a lyric, and I'll just go on it. Or I've written a lot of songs with I have a new song, an old song that I wrote like in the 90s that's coming out in a documentary.
Wow.
Like that I just pitched to somebody, a friend of mine who's producing this documentary about kids, and he's using the song in his movie. And so we're going to redo that whole track and just make it brand new again. But we just like literally got together in a room and said, "Hey, let's write this song." And
what's the writing process like with just music? Because lyrics, you could say a message. Lyrics, you could tell a story.
Right.
And obviously, you could express moods through melodies.
Sure.
But what's the process like for writing?
Well, I don't really enjoy writing by myself.
Okay.
Like I have, and I've like done underscoring for somebody or like for somebody's movie. Or like you can show me a scene and I can just make up some music to make a feeling, or a director will say, "I want something that makes me feel like this," and I can make something up. But I don't enjoy it as much as like writing an actual song with somebody who's a lyricist.
And, like together?
Yeah, together. I like doing it with somebody.
How? And make magic.
Exactly.
Magical lyrics.
Exactly.
Feels very good.
Easy. Now you're being bad.
What's that like, collabing with someone, and I guess two heads are better than one?
Yeah,
in that way.
Yeah, I just think also like I've written a couple songs that a couple songs where I've shared like writer credit, like I've had a say in a lyric. I used to not like think I could write lyrics at all, and so I would never even say anything. But now I've also I'll say, you know, that's what if it talks about something like this, and then somebody who's good with lyrics will go, oh yeah, that's great, let's do this. And so like a couple songs I've like said I've helped write the lyrics, but mostly I just do music. I don't enjoy it.
Where did the lyrics come from? Like for you, like when you're writing a love song or a heartbreak song or a happy song, do you go to certain places in your head in terms of experiences to express those feelings? For
both my experiences I've had in life? I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I try to usually call my friends like you and say, tell me what happened with the last girl.
Sure.
And
do you really?
I'm kidding. No.
That wouldn't be bad.
No.
I feel like that'd be good.
I think that's hot.
Yeah.
I want you to tell me all
feel
about
that.
it. Yeah.
I want to be heartbroken too.
I want to feel. Yeah.
I want to feel. I want to feel feelings.
Anyway, but no, it's I don't know.
Oh, I got it anyway from Michael Orland, guys.
I'm trying to think of like
Point Nate.
I think I should. I better take an Uber home. I'm kidding. I'm not drunk at all.
I got Michael Orland drunk, guys.
Oh my God, let's go viral on that.
I think so. Might.
You're funny. I should be working out with you for real.
Let's do it. Serious.
Where's Kev's? He's
not that far. Kev moved to Toronto.
Toronto, yeah.
Yeah, you could have him back when he gets back. You guys could give a big
He's
old.
He's not
hug.
coming.
You don't think so?
He's not coming back.
You don't think so?
Do you?
I don't know. I like LA. I feel like LA is cool. I feel like Toronto's cold.
Toronto's like New York, right? It's like, yeah.
Yeah, mostly.
Listen, did you ever live anywhere? Where else I forgot where you're from again?
Just Fresno.
Fresno, yeah. So you've never
LA.
really experienced all the winters and all that stuff.
No. I mean, winters in Fresno for sure, and summers. So Fresno, it's only 3.5 hours away, but it gets to like 110 degrees in the summer.
Yeah, but what about the winter?
It gets to like 40.
But no snow.
No snow. It's like frosted grass.
Window panes.
And
frosted
panes.
window panes.
Yeah. But yeah, I didn't experience snow. Snow people are built different. I feel like they're hard. They could do things.
That's me.
Yeah.
But I did not ever shovel when I was a kid.
Why not? You weren't a good kid. You didn't do your chores.
I was inside playing the piano.
You made your dad and mom do that?
No, my brother.
So
my brother
mean.
did it.
Okay, that's fair. Older? He has to be older.
No, he's a year and a half younger.
So you made him. You paid
totally
him
made
like $5.
I probably just made him.
Was it $2?
Probably $3.
Okay. Are you being serious? I would. No.
How
did you get him to shovel snow without paying him?
I probably had to shovel snow. If I did, I blocked it out. I don't remember, honestly. I think I blocked it out in therapy. I don't remember doing those kind of chores. Like, listen, we had to do a lot of chores when we were growing up.
Yeah.
I never thought anything of it. That's why my house is neat. That's why I'm like a little OCO.
Oh, OCO.
I don't have OCD.
So you probably just did it but didn't realize it.
Yeah.
I get that all the time. Like I'll smoke before I go to bed, and then I'll
a little weed.
Yeah, and then I'll hate that my whole apartment's dirty, and then I'll wake up the next day and be like, I need to clean, and then I'll wake up and everything's clean. Like I cleaned the whole house before I slept.
Oh my God, that's the best.
And I was like, whoa, I can't believe I did that.
And what do you have? A little indica?
A little hybrid.
A little hybrid?
Yeah. So I smoke to clean. I smoke to write. I smoke to work out. Those are the only things.
Really?
I do better. So if I'm trying to create, so for me, I believe personal training is similar to art in the sense of you are creating movements to help this person or to help this person develop a healthier, fitter, longer lasting body, right? And you have to choose movements that they resonate and like, or else they won't train with you anymore.
Right.
So you have to be creative with it, and it has to be diverse enough to where like I'm not doing the same thing. And so when I write my programming for each client at night, I smoke and I think about like, okay, we're working out legs tomorrow, but they already did squats. What's a different version of a squat?
Interesting.
They don't like doing a ton of squats, so like how can you emulate maybe a lunge to the side that works the same muscle, or have a kettlebell that they're playing with, or to flip it so they're entertained while doing the movement because it's boring and they don't like working out.
So great.
You know, and
do you just get creative when you're a little stoned?
A little bit. It makes me relax and kind of forget about I have this to-do list that I do, and I kind of just like block it off when I'm high a little bit.
When's your birthday?
March 10th. It just happened.
You're Pisces.
And I love working out or running on it because I don't know, it keeps me present in the sense of everyone has to-do lists. I mean, most people do. Most people, like at least professionals, want to be on time. They have emails to respond to. They have text messages to respond to. They have things to do.
Yeah.
And I know that you cannot always be in the future. I know that you can't always be on to the next thing. For creative stuff or jobs that are important, you have to be in it. You have to be doing the thing.
Right.
So that's really it.
It's very
and then
cool.
I forget about cleaning. So
and what about, do you ever do anything besides smoke? Do you ever like do a gummy or anything like that?
Gummies here and there.
Gummies take a little long, I know. So
it's just 30 minutes. Yeah. Like it usually takes 30 minutes for me.
Sometimes a little longer with
me. A little bit longer? Yeah.
But I have these great like sleep gummies. They're really great. I love them.
Do they have CBD in it?
CBD and CBN.
Ooh.
That's the sleeping
CBN's
stuff.
the new stuff.
But it's been around for a while. See,
a few years.
I know all this because of my friend Stacy.
Do you go to dispensaries?
Of course.
Yeah.
And I got a medical card because I like getting a little discount.
Wow. They're like museums out here.
Oh, there's like...
My parents went into this, and they're from Fresno. They're like, what is this place? It's like you have all these beautiful casings over these edibles, and they make it so...
it's crazy. Yeah.
It's crazy.
And, with the security there and all of them, and, you have to show your license to get in and all that stuff.
I feel so important. I'm like, wow. Isn't it crazy that people used to go to jail for that?
Isn't that crazy? I like going to new dispensaries because you get like a first-time discount,
too. So much. I think I got like 3 or 4 months worth of weed for like $80 because of the 420 discount.
Oh, of course.
Yeah. And my friends live in Palmdale, and there's not a lot of people over there. So
you know what? This 420, it was 420 2024, which is the same date backwards and forwards.
That's cool.
4202024.
Are you a conspiracy theorist?
No.
Okay.
Not at all.
Then why did you say that?
Because I love palindromes.
Oh.
Where it's backwards.
I love how you said palindrome, and I'm happy that I understood that. It makes me feel really special.
That,
can you explain what palindrome is?
Well, like my friend Bob, who spells his name backwards and forwards the same. Sure. That's a palindrome, I guess.
Race car?
Who?
Race car? Is that right?
Is that? Oh, it is.
Yeah.
Yeah. Race car is one. Yeah.
There you go.
And my friend was
So if you guys haven't picked up a palindrome, guys, it's the same thing forward and backwards.
That's right. That's right. Bob and Hannah. My friend Hannah spells her name backwards and forwards. You have to have the silent H at the end. Hannah.
Isn't it every Hannah's like that?
No, I know a Hannah, Hanna.
I don't like that.
I don't like it
Feels
either.
weird.
It feels like incomplete.
How was being born a Michael? I feel like everyone, it was the most important, it was the most popular name for, I think, 10 years.
Was it?
Yeah.
Couldn't my parents come up with something more original?
I feel like Orland. Orland.
Yeah, Orland. I don't know how to say it. I used to go on the Ellen show every week, the Ellen DeGeneres show every week with all the kids that got voted off Idol.
Did you like it?
I loved it. It was really fun. But I used to say to the producer, you think she could maybe say my name after, just as a thank you, since I make it easy because I know the kids and I come here and we don't have to have a big camera rehearsal because
you were fishing for a compliment from Ellen.
That's right, basically.
Okay.
Yeah. But she started doing it. It was really great. She would after every
felt
kid,
special?
she's like Mike, but then she would say Michael Orland on the piano, like she said my name.
You kind of sounded like her.
Michael Orland. I have been told that before.
Do you like imitating people?
Not really.
No.
I don't think I'm that good at it.
Where do you get your humor from?
I don't know.
I can argue you have pretty good timing, comedic timing.
Everybody in my family is a little funny. My dad's got a really fun sense of humor.
And, what does laughing do for you?
It depends if I'm at the dentist and I just get some nitrous oxide.
Ooh.
I'm kidding. I love that.
I love it all the time.
Do you like laughing gas?
I've only had it once, I think.
I think you had it tonight. I smelled it.
Oh.
I'm kidding. I love laughing. It's for everything. That's the thing is that what we do, what I do in my job and sitting at a piano all day, even when I have an 8, 10, 12, 14 hour day, and we used to have those long days at Idol, but we're sitting at a piano making music, making people happy. And it's like, I love to get the work, as long as you get the work done, I love to have fun doing it. Why shouldn't we? We're not like sitting at a bank, going, when are the mortgage rates going to drop? Or why are we, you know what I mean? Like, it's not like that deep. It's not that heavy. Like, we're doing something so fun and light.
Yeah.
I need to laugh and have fun.
Have some entertainment during my day.
I am full of dad jokes. Sometimes they're so bad I call them stepdad jokes. For real.
That's so bad.
Not Pharrell, for real.
Who were you most impressed with in terms of skill set in your whole entertainment career?
Well, I got to work with Barry Manilow.
Okay.
Who, do you even know who he is? 'Cause
I
you're
know
too
the
young.
name.
Oh, God, you're so young.
I might know who he is. What was he in?
He's a big pop star.
Okay.
He's a big, huge pop star who's now like 80 years old and still playing. He's playing at Radio City right now.
Oh, nice. You played there a couple times too, right?
I played there. I did Radio City Christmas show for a long time.
Yeah.
I'll tell you, the man is like one of the greatest musicians I've ever met in my whole life. And it was because of working with him that
You got to see it.
that people knew, that people knew who I was, that called me in to help out at American Idol one day.
Oh,
And I
wow.
stayed for 16 years.
Wow.
And so it was because of working through him. Like, again, it was all being at the right place at the right time.
What made him one of the most talented musicians? that you've worked with?
He's just an incredible musician, and he's still got it today. I think he's a great songwriter. Your mom would know all his songs.
I don't think she would. She's from Lao.
She's from High or from Lao?
Lao?
I'm kidding. What if she doesn't know any American songs?
No,
singers?
not really.
Good for her.
Not even. We watched the Bob Marley movie the other day, and I know the Exodus album very well. Like,
Oh, that's hysterical. Listen, he's very big in Lao.
is he?
No, I made that up.
You're an asshole.
I know. That's what they called me in high school.
What are you most excited for in your life right now, my friend?
I'm excited for maybe getting a house in Palm Springs
Okay.
because I love it there a lot. I'm excited for winning the lottery, which I know I'm going to one day.
Why do you say that?
Because
How do you know that?
Because I play it every day.
You play it every day. Are you lying?
No.
Why would you want to win the lottery?
I don't think money doesn't help anything, but it certainly makes things easier.
Okay.
That's all. I would help all my friends too. I would help everybody.
Yeah, I feel like you just give it away. I'd give a lot of it away.
I would give a lot of it away.
Yeah.
But listen,
I'm
would
kind of
love
scared
to,
of winning the lottery.
I'm not scared of it. I'll tell you, I work a lot of hours a lot of the time because I have to, and because I like making money. But I probably would say no a little bit more if I could.
If money wasn't an issue, like, what would you do?
If money wasn't an issue?
Or if money wasn't a factor in anything? Like, what would you just do?
I mean, I think I'm doing everything I would do.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I think I would, yeah, no, I think so. But I think that I just have, I could have a little more fun. I'd probably go to Vegas a little more often and blow some money here and there.
Yeah.
And get a hooker for you.
Thank you. Appreciate that.
Yeah, no, whatever.
Sounds fun. I'm going this weekend.
To Vegas?
Yeah. I have a friend's bachelor party. I got 4 weddings in the next 6 weeks. I was like, people need to stop getting married. I
Oh
got
my
things
God.
to do.
Better than a funeral.
I love funerals.
Do you?
Yeah. I love funerals because when people go up and talk, they talk about all the good and nice things that this person's done in their lifetime. It makes me realize like the impact someone has on other people.
Have you ever wanted to like see what people would say at your funeral before you go? You should like have a party and like.
Kind of, but also not. Like,
Yeah.
I feel like you should know the impact that you have left before you die. Like,
Yeah.
I feel like you know when you're a good friend. You know when you're an asshole,
Yeah, that's true.
right?
You know, we've recently lost a bunch of people at American Idol, like, and we were all a family, the producers and the contestants and everybody.
I'm sorry about that.
Last week, we just lost this amazing singer from season 5. Her name was Mandisa. She was a very big Christian artist, and she had some
R.I.P.
Grammys and everything, and they just found her dead in her apartment. One of our vocal coaches, who was the one that brought me on, she passed away like a month ago, like out of nowhere. Like nobody even knew she was not well. It's just like, and we've lost kids over the years from American Idol that have killed themselves or were in an accident or something. This amazing kid, Ricky, from season 2, got hit by a drunk driver, on his way home from his bartending job. It's just like the greatest guy in the world. It's just like, stuff happens, but you really, it's scary. Like when it's amazing to see all the love. Like when celebrity friends pass away who are really old, and you just see all this love on social media for them. Like nobody has anything bad to say about them. That's pretty amazing.
That's an amazing feeling.
Yeah, it's amazing. I want to be that person.
Yeah.
Although I don't want to go yet.
The character traits. It takes a lifetime to build up good character, but it only takes a few minutes to ruin it.
Oh, that's really great.
And that's the cool thing about these people that you're just talking about. All the good things, like they've built up this character and they stayed true to them and their good qualities until they passed.
Yeah.
And like that's awesome.
Yeah.
And it just makes you want to be on. At least makes me when I see I've had a lot of friends, not a lot of friends, but a few classmates like commit suicide, and like I lost my aunt when I was in second grade and all these things.
Yeah.
And when people talk about all the good things, I'm just like, okay, it makes me want to be a better person. It makes me want to be a better friend.
Totally.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I love that. And I just think that there's no reason not to be a great friend or not to be a good person. There's no reason for it. And there's so much hate in this freaking world right
how do you
now,
respond to negativity?
It's hard. I don't know. I probably don't do well. I probably sometimes get defensive and negative back, and I try not to.
Yeah.
Now I'm on meds to not be like that.
I want some of all these meds. Do they work?
I don't know, but my mood swings are good. I mean, like I've been on,
You walk every day. I'm impressed.
I know,
it's because of the dog, right?
It's because of the dog, but I need to be working out more with you.
We'll do it.
Oh, shit. You're over $100 an hour. I remember when you were cheaper.
I was cheaper. When you first moved in with me, I was still building the business. Shit. Yeah.
Do you teach anywhere still too, or like do classes anywhere? Or
One
not?
class. It's at Helix Gym in Sherman Oaks on Mondays. Shouts out Helix. It's really good for powerlifting, not powerlifting, strength training, heavyweight stuff.
No, I wouldn't.
You could definitely be in there.
No.
You'll be lifting everybody.
No. But I'm so weak right now.
Why do you say that? What's weak? Do things hurt? Do your knees hurt? Your shoulders
I have
hurt?
a bad knee right now.
Okay.
That just happened like 2 months ago on an airplane. Like I was all cramped in, and I just my knee still hurts. And
We'll work on it.
I hope I don't need knee replacement.
No. Why would you say that? Is it broken?
No.
Did you fall?
No.
I don't think you need a knee replacement.
I do. Why does it still hurt 2 months later?
It could be because it's tight. It could be because you sleep weird. It could be a lot of reasons.
Stop watching me at night. I think it's creepy.
I think you secretly like it.
I kind of do.
Alrighty, my friend. I know you got to go pretty soon, so.
Well, this has been so freaking fun. Oh my God.
We'll do it again.
I want to do it again. I want to bring my dog, and then we'll order in food.
Months. We'll talk about everything.
I'm coming back anytime. You're
Deal?
freaking amazing.
Promise?
Yes, and I'm gonna have Did you see my text? I said I probably would have a vodka. I used to drink like a vodka diet tonic with like a little splash.
Did you really?
Yeah.
What type of vodka?
Anything. You have to tell me what kind of vodka.
Why did you like vodka?
Because I thought somebody told me it wasn't a lot of calories. That's probably the only reason.
Yeah, it's not a lot of calories.
I don't enjoy. I know you're like a connoisseur of like
cocktails.
But I don't.
You were in a lot of spaces in terms of piano bars.
No, I drank when I was at piano bars, but I just didn't enjoy it.
You know, like a good dirty martini.
What'd you call me?
Dirty martini. I got to smile at Michael. He was turned on right there, guys.
I can't get up right now. No, you know what's so funny is that I just don't enjoy it. I'd rather have a burger and fries. Isn't that stupid?
No.
It's stupid.
No, it's what you like. Sugar is one of the most addictive things. It's more unhealthy for you than cigarettes, some would say. Because if you go outside, right, and you breathe in this fresh, disgusting city air, like it's just as bad as smoking a cigarette. Right. Especially in like places like New York or Boston, right? LA's a little bit better, at least on this side, with the mountains and fresh air. Ocean's a little bit better. But if you get addicted to sugar, sugar is so bad for you. And
I know.
These oils are so bad for you. And you could only eat so many things to stay healthy for a long time.
Do you not eat any sugar?
I eat sugar once a week. I decide to eat bad. I'll have my burger and fries, and I'll have some ice cream here and there on one day a week.
But you don't look it.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Because you work out every day.
It's also only one day a week. I'd rather you eat bad one day, really bad, than a lot of days kind of bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you familiar with all the weight loss drugs that are out there right now?
Like Ozempic and Moderna. I mean, not Moderna.
Moderna.
Are you?
Yes.
You're doing it.
Did I just come out?
Are you doing it really?
Yeah.
Is it helping?
It is helping a lot. I'll tell you, I'm doing there's Ozempic and Wegovy. That's like this drug, and then there's Mounjaro and Zepbound.
Yeah.
Zepbound is the same as Mounjaro, but it's approved for weight loss. And I'm doing that right now. And I'll tell you what it's done for me. It takes those voices, those evil voices out of my head, like that go to the refrigerator, go see what's in there. I don't have any of those anymore. I don't think about food during the day. In the morning, I get up, I have coffee, I take my vitamins, and I don't even have food before like 11 or 12 noon. Now, whether that's good or not, I don't know.
Not great.
But I do it I'll go, if I meet somebody for breakfast, I'll have it, but I'm just not hungry.
Yeah. There could be a long-term negative effect to it. I know for a lot of people, especially with diabetes, it does help, and extremely overweight people. But I mean, my best advice would try to get off as soon as possible. Or you could keep on it and get that. I mean, that voice gone might be better for you, right?
Yeah, listen,
but also learning to be disciplined enough to tell that voice, not today, that one day a week that I decide to. Like being able to develop that strength,
right,
is different. That will give you so much. When you talk about confidence, how you said you could give these guys confidence. When you master that, like, no, Michael, like I'm only gonna eat on that one day that I told myself, you will develop confidence as well.
Right.
Yeah.
I shouldn't have told you I was on it.
Why?
Shit. Oh shit. I'm kidding. I just made that up. I made that up. No, I appreciate hearing that. It's just if I can learn how to not hear all those evil voices in my head about food when I'm not and stop taking it, then I will. But I'm just for right now.
You can't learn.
I just want to
get. It's not learning. It's doing.
I want to do, but I just want to get to my goal weight first, which
Wouldn't it be better earning it versus taking a drug and doing it?
No, because my goal weight is 8 pounds 3 ounces. So I'm kidding.
Less.
So
Michael wants to be a twig out here.
Oh
He's gonna dye his hair blonde and
totally
curl it again.
Oh, I'm gonna
go out on tour.
Ken and Barbie. I'll be Ken. No, listen. It's working for me right now.
Okay.
I don't want to be on it the rest of my life. Yeah. I want to just get in control. I need to start working out. My doctor said it is a real thing. You need to work out.
Yeah, bones deteriorate, my friend.
And bones deteriorate, and the Mounjaro, the Zepbound and all that, if you don't work out, it starts eating your muscle.
Yep.
I already know that.
Yeah, that's impressive that you do know that.
But I'm going to do something about it soon.
We're going to do it. Deal? Promise? WWE Pinky promise?
Yeah. How do you do it?
Like that?
Oh, that felt good.
I kind of liked it.
Okay, good.
All right, where can everyone find you, Michael?
I'm on the Instagram.
Wow.
At Michael Orland.
Okay.
I'm on the Twitter.
Okay.
At Michael Orland.
Sweet.
I'm on the TikTok. I think it's at Michael-Orland.
What does
I'm on the Venmo at Michael.
What does consuming your content, what value does it bring to the world and to the viewers that you have?
What value does my social media? I don't know. I feel like I meet a lot of people because of my social media, and I just stay active. And listen, so much of it is a facade anyway, believe me. I have friends that call me that go, oh my God, you're so busy. I'm like, I'm not really that busy. I'm just posting a lot. And I think it's important for people to do it. I tell my students all the time, like, you should post stuff. You should post a video of you singing a cover song. It's like, it's your calling card. It's a way to get seen right now while we're not doing in-person auditions, or casting people from The Voice or American Idol or America's Got Talent might see you and call you in to audition. I just think it's important.
Yeah.
And as much as I hate it, and as much as it's a time zapper, and as much as it takes, I fall asleep with my phone every night to people's TikToks, and I watch a lot of gambling ones too.
Oh, Vegas. Yeah? Do you?
Yeah.
What type of gambling?
Like D Lucky. I'm into D Lucky.
Yeah.
You know him?
Yeah.
The gambler guy who you go pay to gamble with.
100%.
If the thumb goes up, then it's just like that.
So you're in it as well. You're deep. You're deep in it.
I am. When I say I'm in it,
He's in it.
I'm really in it.
Well, go check out Mike Orland. He's deep in all the socials. Go check it out. And we got to do this again because you're busy.
Having me.
Yeah.
Anytime.
Thanks for
Anytime
coming
I'm
on.
coming back.
Yeah, and we'll get you those vodka diet with a little bit of lime.
A little vodka, diet tonic, and a lime, and maybe a little cranberry juice in case I have a UTI that day.
Sounds good. I'll plan for that to happen?
Like get a UTI?
Yeah.
Oh, God, I don't want one.
Oh, you just said you might have one.
I can't take the burning.
Okay, sounds good, guys. All right, peace, everybody. We'll
Peace
see you in the
out.
next one. Bye.